Childhood is about having fun, making friends, and going to school. It should be simple, but today being a kid is harder than ever.
I wasn't really smart back then, so people usually bully me about that. When I told a teacher, she said, just ignore it. She always said that when I get bullied. There's this girl that always bullied me for no reason. I don't know why. She would just roll her eyes at me, call me names.
Bullying is clearly such a big topic that kids today are just desensitized to that. And what's happening is now every little incident that might happen, if a student pushes a student just casually or bumps into them in the hallway, they use the language, they're bullying me. And it's kind of lost its meaning in terms of what's really happening. Part of the problem is that we're not making students understand that bullying is really a persistent type of action. It's a persistent thing or a persistent nuisance that someone is causing you.
The advent of Facebook and YouTube has changed bullying. It's out of the classroom and onto every screen, cell phone, and web page.
The cyber world makes everything more dramatic because in the past, one of the other things that happens about bullying, we know, is that there's usually an audience. But in traditional bullying, as you remember, the audience would be one person or two people, classroom. At the very worst, it's going to be a few classrooms, right? In cyberbullying, the audience is first of all, it's much bigger, so it's much more humiliating in that sense. But the other thing is the repetition is different. The repetition is that it can be distributed anywhere, everywhere. So it shows up everywhere.
Amanda Todd's suicide is an example of cyberbullying taken to the extreme. But does the media coverage of these cases do more harm than good?
Every time you take a lonely kid and you turn them into this martyr, in a way, that shows all the attention and love and affection that this person never got in their real life. And these people who are now suffering alone, who have been bullied, say, boy, would I love that kind of attention. And what's the one way I can get it? By committing suicide.
The thing about something, when it's so dramatic and tragic, it draws everybody's attention, that's important, but hopefully we can stay interested even when it's not that extreme. The concern I have is that the media attention blows it up. So it says bullying caused suicide, whereas life is not so simple.
I think the problem we have is that most of the reporting on this is very superficial. What we're hearing about right now is that kids are bullied, kids take their lives.
The media coverage of teen suicide and bullying has led to a huge public reaction. Anti-bullying campaigns are everywhere. Pink Shirt Day is a high-profile anti-bullying movement that has widespread support, but not from everyone.
Pink Shirt Day is like it doesn't really stop bullying. I don't think it really stops bullying. I don't think bullies would stop bullying just because someone's wearing a pink shirt.
Many celebrities have also spoken out.
The celebrities are bringing attention to the issue. What that does is gets all of us talking. You and I are having this conversation about it right now. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. But make no mistake, the celebrities are not the solution.
No, I know that I can't directly relate, but I feel like everyone feels alone in their own way.
But despite the display of unity and support, helping kids after the fact doesn't prevent other kids from being hurt. The focus needs to shift from reactive to proactive.
Often we talk about stepping in after the fact, after the bullying, and really what we need to do is step in ahead of time. So it's pro-social. So we need to be teaching kids how to be tolerant of others, how to have conflict in a way that is appropriate conflict, whether it's online or offline.
If it doesn't happen on an individual basis, person to person, teacher to student, teacher to parent, it's not going to work. To be able to read it in a book or see it on a poster, that doesn't make any sense. It has to be the person to person. It's learning, it's teaching, and it's learning.
So that's really what you want to do. You want to develop a culture where you stand up to the bullying, so you make it available, make it possible for peers to say that's not okay. And then you have to provide a supportive atmosphere and environment within the school and in the world to support those kids.
Dr. LNFAO!
For a child, every day is a blank canvas. Their innocence is society's responsibility.
If you put badness into the world, badness will come back to you.